Hello everyone. This tutorial is going to explain how to create a customized start screen for the Mirror Me photo booth using Gimp. It's a free software, very much like Photoshop. Um, and let's get started. First of all, what we're going to do is obviously we're going to open your Gimp and we're going to find the photo that you want to use. Mine is on my desktop, so I'm just going to go and look for my file. I already highlighted it, and there's the picture that I am going to use. So we're going to open it. Sometimes you do have to convert a file, no big deal. Now that it's loaded in Gimp, it is not going to be the right size that I want to use for my start screen. I kind of want to use most of the start screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on image and we're going to scale image. I think my height, I would like it to be, I don't know, we'll try 1500. Now I want to keep it into perspective. I don't want to stretch it too much, so I'm just going to keep it, there we go. And the resolution should be 72 pixels. All right, so we're going to scale. Okay, it's going to be quite large, so I'm just going to zoom out so I can see the full picture. All right, now that we have our photo loaded in Gimp and now it's scaled, I want to add some text to this photo. So what we're going to do is I do have a little toolbox right over here. And if this toolbox does not appear when you open your Gimp, just go to your Windows tab and click on Toolbox, and there you'll have it. So I want to add some font. So I'm going to click on, obviously, my font icon. And I want to change the fonts. So Gimp gives you tons of fonts to choose from. I'm going to probably, just for this demonstration, there is wedding type fonts, but as of right now, I'm just going to choose that one. Now the font size is going to be too small because I know this photo is quite large. I'm going to start with a font size of 50. I can always change it later if it appears to be too small. The next thing I want to do is I think I'm going to change my font color to white, and I'll explain why. Now we want to center this, so we would click on the center icon. I think I'm going to put their name up here, so I'm just going to draw a little box. And I'm going to start typing their names. I don't like this fonts, but I can change it. And it also appears to be too small. So what I can do is, let me just see if I can find a better fonts that I like. We'll try this one. We're going to highlight it, and it changes. Now again, it looks to be a bit too small, so I think I'm going to increase my font size. Okay, there. Now, the reason I did it white, I kind of like a filter that I use. It's called Drop Shadow, and it kind of pops your font. So if you want to try this option, you can. Just go to Filters, drop down to Light and Shadow, and highlight your drop shadow. The default color is black, so I think black is fine, so I'm going to hit OK. Now sometimes I think you can see that it kind of pulled out the font. Sometimes I like to make it a little more dramatic, so I'm going to repeat the drop shadow maybe a few times. And just so you know, say you added one too many drop filters, always there's the option where you can undo the steps that you've already put on. So you don't have to worry about starting all over. So I'm just gonna add the repeat. Okay, now I might just try to add some font down at the bottom. I already like what I have selected, so I might put the date. Okay, might want to move it around a little bit because I think it's too high. All right, kind of like there. So again, I'm going to add a drop shadow to the date. Oh, I see that I put 2016, so I'm going to undo the drop shadow, change it to 2019. All right. Repeat drop shadow, repeat drop shadow, repeat drop shadow. All right, I kind of like that. So now that I think I'm done with my text and I like the way it looks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on image and merge all the layers. That way, now I can't click on this to edit. But in case I found something wrong, I can always go back and undo merge, and we have our editing function back. So let's just merge this down. Now, for this tutorial, I'm just going to add maybe a little bit of stars to kind of make it kind of pop a little bit. There's so many things you can do with this app, but I'm just going to keep it very simple. And I'm going to hit the paintbrush icon. Right now it's set on just a paintbrush. I think I want some stars. So I'm going to find a star that I like. I think this one will be good. Now my color is still white, and this is what we want to use is white. I know that the size of the star at 20 is very, very small, so I'm going to start maybe at 40 and see what I like. And all I do is I simply take my cursor and hit for some stars. Now, those look a little small. I'll still keep those, but I want to see if I can, where'd my little box go? Increase it a little bit more. There we go. So yes, if you want to add some stars to your photo, again, I just want to keep this very simple, just to give you a start on how to add your own photo. Now that I like what I see, I'm going to export my file. I kind of like to keep it on my desktop, export to my desktop, so I have easy, fast access to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on File, Export As, and I might put Trisha and Leo start screen. JPEG is okay to use. Just another thought, if you want to change the extension, Gimp offers you an amazing assortment of extensions. If you want to change it to ping, you would just click on that, and it's going to be exported to as ping. And exports. I'm sorry if my voice was a little shaky or I stalled a little bit. This is the first tutorial I've ever done. So now we're going to go look at our finished product. And I think there we go. And there we have it. So all you have to do is simply just load it into your software in the start button. And there you go.